I give it all that I got will never stop. I give it all, straight to the top, will never stop. I give it all that I have, I let it be, cause nobody's better than me. What do you see? Give it all. Yeah, all that I got, I give it everything. They lost the plot, they think I'm menacing. They wanna talk, but I ain't settling. Circle is tight, feeling like better rings. Whole lot of globetrotter, man, they don't know nada. Bro, gotta show something to me and go harder. So proper, nah, not that, we sure gotta. Me, 100 degrees tougher than Booker T. Couldn't agree more, but could it be? I think higher than them all. Truthfully, my pen fire and then some. Apply to addendum. Take this whole thing for ransom. Give it all I got for attention. Nah, the
one of the very best rivalries going in all of North Central Ohio. Got a whole lot of juice going down here tonight inside of the Haas on a snowy evening in Willard, where the Crimson Flashes look to knock off Shelby. Nobody's been able to try to do that in 10 tries, and you can watch it all go down live and free exclusively on the OH Report coming up next.
Hey Cam, what's going on? I've been busy. Jeez, I've been doing fillings, root canals, crowns, extractions, dentures. What you been up to?
Yeah, I've done all that, and I've done implants and Invisalign, and I'm waiting to do the girls' Botox and filler. So you just sit here and I'll take care of it all?
Good luck with the women.
Ebert Dental Group is a family-run general dentistry practice. We are able to provide most treatments without having long-distance referrals. We accept most insurances and are accepting new patients now.
Think it's time to wake 'em up. They been sleeping on me, think it's time to wake 'em up. You've been playing it safe, now it's time to shake it up. Playing it safe, now it's time to shake it up. So it's time to make a change. Yeah, it's time to break the chains. Yeah, it's time to bring the pain. Let them know, tell them we are not the same. I'm the one that got the flames. With my team, but you know we come to slay. Let them know that we didn't come to play. Nah, we came to win. I'm ready for anything that they can bring. Bring it on, let me do my thing. I'm a giant, they can't move the king. If you never risk it, then you never know. If it's holding you back, you gotta let it go. You gotta give it all you got, you gotta let them know. You are on another level, you are ruthless. Switch it up, it's the new flex. Ruthless, ruthless. Time to go hard and put your game face on. Ruthless, ruthless. This is the moment movies get based on. This is the moment movies get based on. Fire in the bones, watch me fire up the sun.
We welcome you inside of the Haas for the Carothers Pest Control pregame show, and if you got a pest, you better call the best. Two of these teams, two of the very best that we have in all of North Central Ohio, and we're looking forward to watching them battle it out here tonight. I am Brian Skowronski, joined by the great Andy Jardy here this evening, and Shelby, they've been on quite a tear. Willard had an excellent start to their season, and these two teams separated by just one little stretch of road, and really looking forward to seeing what they're able to do against one another tonight.
This should be a lot of fun tonight, Brian. You've got the Whippets coming in, riding a 9-game winning streak. Willard started the year off hot, winning 10 in a row, then ran into some stiff competition, dropped a couple of games recently, but man, this is about as good of a game as you can get for a regular season non-conference matchup, no question.
And the rivalry continues here tonight. The Lady Whippets, under head coach Natalie Lance, off to another great start. As you mentioned, 9 consecutive victories for them. Their only loss against a D1 team on the road as well. They score a bunch of points, and oh, by the way, they're one of the best defensive teams in our area. Pretty good winning formula, Andy.
Yeah, this is an incredible team, 8-player senior class. They figure to win the MOAC again this year. And how about their season opener, holding Galleon to 9 points?
Yow.
Stingy.
Very much so. And a big reason why they've been so good on both sides of the ball, Andy, unquestionably, young lady standing right there, sporting the number 23. She is going to be collegiate bound now in her 4th year playing at the varsity level. Eve Schwemley, and what unbelievable statistics she's got going this season, and truly the leader of the team, unquestionably.
Yeah, reigning MOAC Player of the Year, and we'll get into her a little bit more here after the anthem.
There is Eve, taking it all in as the stage is getting set here tonight for a great showdown. Let's now honor America. Well, Andy, you promised me that you would tell us more about the player spotlight here tonight. What more can you say about this young lady and the season she's having now in her final campaign with the Lady Whippets?
Yeah, 2-time All-Ohioan, reigning MOAC Player of the Year. We'll be playing at Ohio Dominican next season. This should be also a potential career milestone happening tonight for Eve Schwemley, closing in on 1,000 points for her career, 27 shy. She had 28 in a game earlier this year, or excuse me, 34 in a game earlier this year, so it's doable. It's doable.
And you had an opportunity to catch up with her head coach, Miss Natalie Lance. Throw it down courtside with Andy with that conversation.
Joined now by Shelby Whippets head coach Natalie Lance. Natalie, thank you so much for giving us a few minutes of your time here.
Thank you guys for being here and getting this game on video.
So you, as a program, are getting very close to a milestone with 800 career wins as a program. What is it about the Shelby community and the program that just makes it so special?
Well, one, I think the Shelby community, like other small communities, they're so engaged to what's going on at our schools. They're so supportive of all the extracurricular activities. Girls basketball has always been a pretty solid program for Shelby, and the support that we've gotten has been fantastic. So I think that's one of the things that's made it so special.
To get win number 799, you have a tough Willard squad on the schedule here tonight. Biggest thing that you guys have to do to get the win?
I think we need to play smart. I think we need to play strong, and I think our pressure's got to be there to limit their boards.
And what has been your favorite thing about this year's squad thus far?
Just the way that they work together and trust each other and make the extra pass has been pretty darn awesome.
All right, best of luck tonight.
Thank you so much.
Always great hearing from Natalie. One of the very best in the business, a very likable person, and anytime that you did what she did for the community as a player and now a coach, it's just really cool to see it all come full circle.
I would love to see Natalie and Elena go up against each other on the hardwood today. I mean, these are two prolific athletes, now coaches. I mean, incredible careers that they had as players and now doing it at the coaching level. I didn't get a chance. I thought of the question, of course, after the interview, but I was like, what do you get the itch to be out there playing in a game like this, or do you enjoy coaching from that side of it now more? But yeah, two really great coaches here and really leading their schools in admirable fashion.
Yeah, Natalie leading the circle of love down there. I'm not sure if that's what they call it, but that's what it looks like, Andy, from here atop the Haas, one of my favorite gymnasiums in the entire area.
Yeah. It's a nice setup here. I think this is the first time I've been here for just a regular season game. I'm usually here come tourney time. But, yeah, happy to be with everybody here on this Tuesday night. Hope everyone's nice and cozy at home, staying out of the snow.
We brave the weather so that you don't have to. We'll dive into some of what Willard's had going on so far this season at the Next Ed Ball. Great year. But definitely Shelby, the favorite here tonight, as they get off to a great start. There's Serena Ramsey inside.
Yeah, just wide open underneath. Going to be so important for these two teams. Get off to that quick start, and that's a great look in transition.
And we already talked about Eve, everything she brings to the equation. She can run, great athlete, and of course we've known for the last few years an unbelievable finisher.
Yeah, you can see it all on display right there, too.
This is Caitlin Weaver getting harassed up top by Charlie Neese. Kind of crazy. She's now in her senior season. I remember when she was just breaking in, getting some minutes as a freshman a few years back.
Oh, it's amazing, too, walking through the hallway here to get up here, and they've got all the, Hall of Fame athletes murals painted up there, and seeing some of the names, I realize how much time has passed.
Giveaway here by the Flashes. Shelby now will have to get in their half-court set, or will they? Eve pops it from deep. It's 7-zip real quick.
Couldn't ask for a better start if you're the Whippets here. And on the year, Eve, excellent beyond the arc at 43%. You could see why on that one.
Try to go deep to Reese Bedingfield. Tipped out of there. Working inside, though, is Leah Weiss, but she'll get tied up. Jump ball. Let's take a look back at that last three. And this is the area of her game that has come leaps and bounds, Andy. We've always known that she has the finishing ability and the athleticism up around the rim. Now when she shoots up around 40% from three, boy, that's a deadly combo.
Sure is. She leads the team in three-pointers made. That was now her 23rd make of the season from beyond the arc. And just uncontested, and that's another good look for her.
Yeah, a little sidestep came up short this time. Rebound to Bedingfield, and get used to hearing that name in the rebound column. Double-double machine on the season. Just a bad look, though, opposite end. And it's a turnover giveaway here by Amelia Tallman.
Yeah, Tallman, I think she kind of got caught there, not quite sure what she wanted to do, but she had the layup there if she wanted it, but instead tried to be a little unselfish and let someone else do it. But I think everyone was just kind of expecting her to finish that play right there.
At least take a shot.
Yeah.
Try to draw a foul.
Second turnover, though, already for the Crimson Flashes.
And a chance for Shelby to try to extend this out to double figures. They can knock down a three ball. Instead, it's Schwemley, and just too strong, too much sauce, and the ability to finish with the left.
Well, Brian, she came in needing 27.
She's on track.
A third of the way there with she's got 7 points right now, 7 of the 9.
And theft from the backside. Pocket picked. Schwemley dishes off, though, short corner this time to Sophia Long. Oh, big block shot inside. Maybe no postage on the shot this time for Eve, and Schwemley had to learn a lesson the hard way. Here's Bedingfield. Pop!
Yeah, that's now her 30th block on the season. Good luck going in against her.
For sure, yeah. About 2.5 per game is what she averages. Oh, how about the hezzy right there? And it's 11-zip Schwemley. Now she's a third of the way there.
Now she's a third of the way there. I was getting ahead of myself.
Full court pressure really giving some complications right now to Willard.
And Sophia, a little too aggressive there, picking up her first foul, first of the game.
Take a quick second and watch this. Just a nice fake, and you gotta get somebody in between her and the basket. A little bit too much shading that time for Lamaya Hicks. Here she comes, throws a nice crossover, but Serena just took it right out of her mitts. Here's Ramsey to the rack, left it on the front lip.
Did everything but finish that one. Came down with the steal, I guess. I don't know if it was a block or a steal, but forced the turnover, just couldn't finish it on the other end. And boy, in and out there, but a good look.
Yeah, halfway home for Cameron Weirs. Super unfortunate. I think that actually touched the piece of the net before it came out.
You're supposed to get those to fall when you're at home, especially.
Yeah, when you're down 11-0, every little bit helps. So we're approaching the midway point here. Fast-moving opening frame. Weirs now with the pass. Open look. This will be a deep 2. And wasn't even close, actually. Substitution here for the Lady Whippets. Coach Lance going to her bench. Not much of a bench on the other side.
No.
Only 8 players total on the roster.
Yeah. But on the plus side of that, you've got a lot of returning talent. 6 of the 8 coming back, returning letter winners. Coach Bedingfield beforehand, she likes her team. They're easy to coach. They get along.
Little indecision. I saw the ref point both ways.
Yeah.
Looks like it's going to be Willard ball. He initially, well, you can't tell, but he was pointing to the right, which would indicate Shelby, and they're like, you know what? Let's give Willard a shot here.
Boy, this full court pressure is causing all sorts of issues. They're going to have to get it across, and we're about to have a 10-second here. Just did get that across. Not a second to spare.
Skip pass. Weaver thought better of a shot attempt. Ramsey on the closeout.
I think she's got to take that shot, though.
Hesitated just long enough for Serena to come out. Just the second foul on Shelby. As Weiss heads over to the sideline for a little bit.
Willard needs to see one go in. Oh my gosh. It just isn't happening.
Yeah, Bedingfield, unfortunate spin of the rock that time. Does an excellent job, and that time I think Schwemley, she kind of felt that weak side pressure coming after getting the pinata popped last shot. She goes back to work, tried to thread the needle.
I'm surprised we didn't have a kick ball there. First turnover, though, for Shelby.
Been sitting on 11-0 for the last couple of minutes. Bedingfield slick pass inside, and we'll have free throws on the way here for the Flashes.
Well, they're doing a good job of getting some opportunities. They're just not seeing the shots fall. Here's another good look inside. Geddes thought we were going to have the and one opportunity there, but just couldn't get it. And that's now the second foul on Kennard.
Core, not a great free throw shooter, but able to sink the first. Excuse me, I was looking at somebody else. She's a fantastic free throw shooter.
I wasn't.
I was looking at 40%. How about 83% and rising? 2 for 2.
Yeah. And they needed it. Just something to stop the run. 11-0 by Shelby to start. 9 of them coming from Schwemley. But they've settled in a little bit here defensively. After the quick start, it's been a couple empty trips for the Whippets.
Schwemley down in the paint.
There's just no answer for that. There just isn't. She's now up to 11. That's a good look in transition.
Yeah, there goes Bedingfield. Finally, Reese able to get one to dip through.
First field goal for the Crimson Flashes.
Nice looks over at Coach Lance. Checks the time. Still 2 minutes.
just been a little bit more active defensively here as Weiss checks back in. Sometimes just those, knocked passes out of bounds, anything to disrupt the flow of this Whippet offense that looks very much in sync. A lot of contact there, but no call.
Yeah, a little surprised there wasn't a whistle on that one. Looked like Tallman caught her a little bit, or maybe kind of a lot of bit on the arm.
Yeah.
Another good look, passed up on the outside. This time it's Geddes.
33% on the year from beyond the arc. I am a little shocked that she didn't pull up there. Again, the look was there.
Well, I think specifically, too, with both Weiss and Bedingfield underneath, you got to pull the trigger on some of these. They're excellent offensive rebounders.
Mm-hmm.
Reese out on the perimeter now. Really a lot more versatility to her game now in her junior season than in her first couple years. 3-year starter already.
What a job the Whippets are doing defensively here. This possession now going close to a minute long. They haven't even had a look at a shot. They had one and they passed it up. There's a good look.
Straight away left side of the rim. Schwemley off to the races. Just floats by everybody. Maybe a little too unselfish.
I was thinking the same thing. She's been dominating. Just tried to help her teammate out there, Lexi Moan, and ends up getting knocked out of bounds. But she had the two there if she wanted it.
And I would almost argue she's better with her left hand at the rim than her dominant right hand, too. So when she's on that side, she definitely has the game to knock it down. This time she sets it up long range, little short. And they're going to say last touch by the Lady Whippets.
Yeah, Ramsey just couldn't quite corral this one. She had it and then just slipped off the fingertips. It's a big possession here, though. I mean, it has not been a good first quarter for Willard, but you get a bucket here, cut this thing to a 2-possession, 3-possession game. There's a good look inside.
Yeah, quality basketball, the lob over the top, and just an athletic catch to be able to put it up and in for Corin. Meanwhile, Eve misfires, and excellent chance here for the Flashes. Tied up, though. Possession now keeps it down on this end. Zip back to the other end real quick on our Mechanics Bank replay.
Yeah, Corinne Geddes just able to come down with it, had the size advantage over Ramsey, and able to finish. And the Whippets will turn it over.
So that is how the first quarter will come to a close. It was all Shelby early, but 6 of the last 8 belong to the Crimson Flashes, getting right back into the game.
Hey, does your checking account pay you with real cash rewards with no monthly maintenance fees ever? Bummer. Ask for Kasasa Rewards Checking. It's our superpower.
They been sleeping on me, think it's time to wake 'em up.
As we welcome you back inside of the fabulous Haas for a rivalry showdown, it's Willard trailing Shelby 13-6 so far. 8 minutes in the books. And let's show you what Willard's done so far this season in their team spotlight presented by our friends at Carothers Pest Control. Coach Bedingfield had this team humming out of the gates, 10-0. A little bit sloppy since the calendar changed over to 2025, but you look at the competition. You don't love the loss at Perkins, but everyone pretty much has been going down to Margaretta and Bellevue.
That's been the story in the SBC. This is a Willard team, like we said, started 10-0, ran into some tougher competition the last couple games, and haven't been able to get those wins to kind of put them at that next level in the conference. They finished 3rd in the SBC last year. They figure to be right up there again. But yeah, it comes down to those Margarettas of the conference that you got to get over that hump to come away with the conference title.
Here's Bedingfield from the elbow. Gives it up. Quick trigger. And if Willard can get a couple of those to fall, it's a much different looking game as Shelby gives it away, and turnovers piling up a little bit right now for Lady Whips.
Yeah, I mean, they jumped out to an 11-0 lead. It's been 6-2 Willard since then, and the turnovers piling up a little bit. Last couple trips down here, they've just not been able to hold on to the ball and haven't gotten shots.
Here comes the double team rotation for the Whippets.
Yeah, that's a good timeout right there, too, because Weaver probably should have been called for a travel there, but got away with it. But Coach Bedingfield taking the timeout.
It's a home and kitchen supply TO. Obviously no points yet here in the frame on our Ebert Dental Group scoreboard.
How about our player spotlight for Willard? Reese Bedingfield, daughter of Elena Bedingfield, the head coach. She has scored 20 or more points in 5 games this season, has 6 double-doubles, and her best game of the year, 28 points in a win over Seneca East back right before Christmas on December 23rd. So there you see the numbers. She basically averages a double-double a game. Just an incredible season she is having and an incredible career.
Yeah, I remember I seen her in her season or her career debut as a freshman, and her game was mostly down in the low post back then. Obviously, she's got great size like mom and dad, the two coaches here at Willard. As Schwemley comes away with the thefts, the nice setup in the easy bucket for Sophia Long.
Points off turnovers are so crucial in a matchup like this. And out of the timeout, Willard turns it over, and it leads to points the other way. Pushes this thing back out to a 9-point lead.
Tried the diagonal. Bedingfield diving down to the block. And broken up last minute. Trinity Baker. Seems like this girl's been playing for a decade. Still making big plays.
Yeah, missed the entire season last year with a knee injury. Good to see her back out there this year. Got the start tonight.
It was almost like a secret weapon. You're like, oh, yeah, she's back again.
Yeah.
Like, what happened to Trin? That's right. Lost to the season-ending surgery last year. And played a little role in that team that went 27-0 a couple seasons back.
It's pretty good. It's a pretty good record.
This young lady's older sister is now at AU, point guard for that team. Now it's Charlie's turn to be at the controls now as a senior. And just a little off balance right there. Schwemley went one way, she passed the other.
Yeah, Charlie having herself a nice senior season, just over 6 points a game, about 5 rebounds, 37 steals. Do not turn your back on her. She'll pick your pocket.
Almost had a steal right there. It was Ramsey, though, up top. And now we'll get a foul. This will go against Trinity Baker.
Still no fouls yet on Willard.
Yeah, they've been behaving themselves so far here at home tonight.
And I'm most surely jinxing it, but that first quarter took like 10 minutes of real time. There were no fouls. It was clean.
Transition 3 and Schwemley, who had 9 points in a New York minute at the beginning. She's cooled off a bit. Now the second foul here against Shelby in the frame.
And that's the second on Sophia Long as well. That is going to force Coach Lance to make a substitution. Lexi Mon is in, as well as Natalie Kennard, who also has 2 fouls. But yeah, Willard they've settled down defensively. Now they just gotta find a way to put some points on the board and get themselves back in this, because after going down 11-0, it's sort of slowed down into their pace a little bit more. But that can't happen.
You mentioned she's kind of a still artist, right?
Yeah, I did. I did say that.
Ramsey got her back, offensive board, and some second chance points here for the Lady Whippets.
That's a tough shot that she made, too. The angle from, like, behind the hoop that she was.
Sure.
contorted her body the right way and got it to go. That's an impressive 2 points.
Weir's baseline drive gets cut off. But the bump, third foul on the Lady Whippets, and it'll lead to free throws.
And that's number 3 on Kennard, so.
Wow.
I mean, they just brought her back in, and now she's got her third.
And the expression on Coach Lance's face kind of said it all. She was just like, dude, I just took somebody out that was in foul trouble. Told you to take it easy out there.
Cameron now at the free throw line, 78% on the year. Missed her first there. Gets the second one to go. First points of the second quarter for the Crimson Flashes.
Backdoor cut, and Schwemley back into the score sheet.
Yeah, just too easy. And it's got to be such a luxury if you're Coach Lance to just, if things aren't going well, just find a way to get the ball to her.
Just such a smart basketball player, too. She finds a way to get her own good shots as Weir's had a clear look outside. How about the bounce pass in transition? And now all of a sudden the engine roaring a little bit again here for Shelby.
It's amazing how they can look so out of sorts for, extended periods, and then it just clicks, and all of a sudden they've pushed it back up now to a 14-point lead, their largest lead of the night.
First bucket for Lexi Moon. But the biggest thing going for Willard right now is chance to get to the free throw line a bunch here to close out this second quarter. First foul on Booker, but that's a fourth on Shelby.
Willard this season, though, from the free throw line, only 66%. So you would think, yeah, hey, let's get to that line and chip our way back into this thing. But the free throw line hasn't been the kindest to them this season. 3 of 4 tonight, though.
Flashes, work it around, diagonal cut, wide open on the block. Didn't see Geddes at first. Would love to see them try to get Bedingfield the ball down on the block. Everything for her has been on the perimeter so far.
There she trying to cut back door. Good defense by Ramsey, though.
Yeah, she's outstanding on the defensive end. That's a great matchup for Shelby to be able to lock up the best player on the other side.
Yeah, I mean, they're similar height, too. Might have gotten away with a walk there, but she'll take it. Fired up about that one.
Weren't getting any of the friendly roll early. Every piece of the rim right there. Back down to a dozen. Shelby, though, they've been heating up at this end. Nice with a nice move, got by the defense. And a travel. Wasn't sure what she was going to do with it after that, but look at this last bucket.
Just going to squeeze through here. Oh, let me sneak past you if you don't mind.
A lot of emotion, too, that time from Reese.
Yeah, that's a big bucket. 5th turnover, though, by Shelby. And that has been one thing. If you're going to look at them, like, statistically, they average about 15 turnovers a game. That's not terrible, but something they probably need to cut down on a little bit.
I think at the pace they play that Natalie's probably cool with most of them if the activity's getting up and down the floor. But like the last one, of course, that's never excusable.
Yeah, if you're looking to push the tempo and score a lot of points, you can live with some of those turnovers if it's in your style of play.
You just see how aggressive they are out on the perimeter. They're not allowing any windows right on top of players from 28 feet and in.
Once again, this is just another dominant defensive possession, and I think it's going to... Oh, we got an offensive foul.
Oh, wow.
A hook. First on Weiss.
Yep, first on any Willard player.
That's true, yeah, that is the first foul against them.
And I missed it. I didn't even mark a replay. It was kind of a slow roll by the official, too, with the call. I wasn't sure where he was going with it.
Yeah, he took his time making that call. I thought we might have had like a hold or something inside, but
An elbow was the motion.
yeah, little chicken wing action.
Down low, kind of a swift jump ball call.
It's the right call, though. You see that all the time. If you hold the ball down low like that, like 9 times out of 10, it's going to be the possession arrow jump ball call. It's usually when that ball is held up a little bit higher towards the head that they'll go for the foul, but usually when it's low like that, they'll go possession arrow.
Somehow that ball whipped around and made its way into the hands of Booker. And now we'll get the second foul against Willard.
I thought this ball actually went out of bounds off Shelby, but they will keep possession of it, and Coach Lance is going to take a timeout.
Yeah, our Ebert scoreboard just too big. It was blocking the view. I couldn't see if it was out of bounds or not. So Coach Natalie's going to burn her first timeout. And with that, try to jump in the comment section, see if anybody is active on the chat with us here tonight. And if not, I'm Brian. Andy Jardy is with me. Say what's up. I'm looking at the YouTubes and nothing yet on our live chat.
Well, they're probably as confused as I was, and I guess I should have realized this, that there was no JV game.
Yes.
We are on way earlier than normal. But yeah, I mean, Willard only has 8 players on the roster, so no JV game. This tipped off right at 6. We'll get a flurry of people coming in, like right at 7 as we're wrapping up.
Yeah, probably like, hey guys, where you going? Oh, there we go. Do want to say what's up to Joanne Nelson. Says, get it, girls. Not sure what girl she's talking about. Karen Reith cheering on the Lady Whippets. Dan Zachman also on the side of Shelby as they travel. And Josh Banks says, how are you fellas on this snowy evening? You know, I think we all kind of had the same story. People that came from my area anyways, is that it was pretty treacherous in between Shelby and Plymouth. But if you can just get through there skating about half the speed limit, it was okay the rest of the way.
Yeah, it was not terrible. My drive coming in from Cleveland, Turnpike was fine. Once I got off the Turnpike, we were, making sure we'd said all of our prayers and everything because it was a little sketchy at a few spots there.
Yeah.
Right around Monroeville.
Yeah, you just got to say a prayer, too, when you're going against this girl.
Oh.
She's got it all, but, man, with the Lord as our witness, sometimes she can be human.
I was shocked that she missed that.
And not a great reach-in foul here. That's going to lead to free throws.
Yeah, first on Charlie Neese.
So with a $108, Willard into the bonus.
Bedingfield 75% from the line this season. Now up to 5 points on the night. And it feels like they're down more, but they really aren't. Like, if they can just string a run together, and now being in the bonus here with a chance to, well, there's only a minute left, but you get this thing back to single digits before the half. I think you'd take that with the way that this game started down 11.
Yeah, I'm not sure if you've been seeing the scores that Shelby's been putting up here lately. Held their last opponent to 21-34 before that, 32-27. So
yeah,
this is pretty on par for the course for Shelby in this defense.
Yeah, held Galleon to 9 points in the season opener. Like, I mean, that is incredible. Yeah, they are holding teams to an average of 30 a game.
Yeah, it's been impressive.
Boy, I'm surprised they didn't blow the whistle there.
A little out ahead of Nice, but of course, she's got friends all over the place. Schwemley bells her out. Coach Lance, I think, says, let's try to run some clock, hold for this final shot.
Big possession here, though. In terms of just overall vibes going into the locker room, that's a big shot.
Ka-ching! Schwemley pumps her total up to 15 already. Bedingfield will see if she notices the time. She does from the elbow. Good if it goes, but it's short. And they will head into the halftime locker, trailing by a dozen. Great performance by the Lady Whippets on both ends here to start things off, but we've still got 2 quarters to go. Stay with us. We'll be back. Your halftime report from the Haas on the way.
Coach B.
Hey, Travis, what's up?
Oh, not much. What's that sound?
Just working on some long overdue improvements here.
Whoa.
Fit for a Hall of Famer. Hi, I'm Joe Baylog. Tune into the Joe Show every Wednesday night here on the OH Report.
Hi, I'm Dr. Chris Ebert. This is my son, Dr. Cam Ebert. We are Ebert Dental Group in Willard, Ohio.
Here at Ebert Dental Group, we offer a wide variety of services: restorative dentistry, dental implants, root canal therapy, Invisalign, teeth whitening, cosmetic dentistry, dentures and partial dentures, Botox, and much, much more.
We're currently accepting new patients, and we would love to see you here at Ebert Dental Group.
Hey, does your checking account pay you with real cash rewards with no monthly maintenance fees ever? Bummer. Ask for Kasasa Rewards Checking. It's our superpower.
They been sleeping on me, think it's time to wake 'em up. They been sleeping on me, think it's time to wake 'em up. You've been playing it safe, now it's time to shake it up. Playing it safe, now it's time to shake it up. So it's time to make a change. Yeah, it's time to break the chains. Yeah, it's time to bring the pain. Let them know, tell them we are not the same. I'm the one that got the flames. With my team, as you know, we come to slay. Let them know that we didn't come to play. Nah, we came to win. I'm ready for anything that they can bring. Bring it on, let me do my thing. I'm a giant, they can move the king. If you never risk it, then you never know.
You're enjoying Rivalry Girls Basketball live and free, thanks to generous contributions from our fabulous sponsors, including Ebert Dental Group. General dentistry for all ages. They are now offering injections and fillers, ladies. Well, and gentlemen, too. Carothers Pest Control. If you got a pest, call the best at 419-342-6841. I use them at my home, in my business. Cannot recommend Jack, Mary, and the crew more. Sutton Bank, where you can earn the cash reward of your choice for doing simple activities with Kasasa. Mechanics Bank, Richland County's only independent community bank. And Home and Kitchen Supply. your one-stop shop for kitchen and baths, windows and doors since 1970. Andy and I will be right back in about 1 minute. We'll have your halftime report coming soon. Stay tuned.
Switch it up, it's the new flex. Ruthless, ruthless. If you never risk it, then you'll never know. If it's holding you back, you gotta let it go. Yeah, the first step is showing up, now we're here. Yeah, the first step is showing up, hear them cheer. Yeah, the first step is showing up, now we're here. We're blowing up, hear them cheer. If you never risk it, then you never know. If it's holding you back, you gotta let it go. You gotta give it all you got, you gotta let them know. You are on another level, you are ruthless. Switch it up, it's the new flex. Ruthless.
It's halftime here inside of the Haas on the fabulous campus of Willard High School. The Lady Flashes, though, only 11 points through 2 quarters as Shelby has a nice 12-point cushion at the break. I am Brian Skowronski, joined tonight by Andy Jardy. And we knew Shelby, nice little win streak, really talented team with an excellent player. They showcased everything I expected tonight, and my first time seeing them in person so far.
Yeah, my first time as well seeing either one of these squads this year. And, yeah, Shelby as good as advertised. Willard, glimpses of them potentially piecing it together. I mean, they had some shots they were in and out that didn't fall for them. Otherwise, this might be a little bit closer of a game here, or would be closer of a game. But they haven't been able to string together a run like Shelby did to start this game 11-0.
Show you the first half stats presented by Carothers Pest Control, and only 3 field goals so far for the Flashes. 11 points, of course, is all they have, and the bulk majority of them coming at the free throw line. So offensively, clearly, things have got to get a lot better. They got to get some swagger going out here at home. Sometimes you just got to make a shot, and a bit unlucky on a couple of those offerings in that first half.
Yeah, turnovers were a big part of it too. Led to some easy buckets in transition for Shelby, but the free throw game has kept them in it. I'll be interested to see if the whistle sort of flips in the second half here, because it was very foul heavy against Shelby.
Sure.
I think it was 8-3 is what we 8-2 actually. So yeah, we'll see what we get here in store for the second half, what adjustments were made, and if Willard's able to piece together a run here to get themselves back into this.
Well, they certainly had a game plan coming into tonight. You got a chance to catch up with Coach Bedingfield before the game. Let's check that out, see what she had to say about tonight's rivalry matchup.
Okay. Big game here tonight with Shelby in town. What's the biggest thing for you guys to get the win here tonight?
I think controlling Schwemley. She's probably the best player in the area, and she does everything really well. And I think controlling her and knowing that she's going to score, but being able to control her a little bit more will help us win. So defensive intensity, I think, is going to be a big key.
Do you go into a matchup like tonight and say she's going to get hers, not let someone else beat us, or do you try to shut her down?
I don't know if shut her down is the right word there. I think you have to control her a little bit and then try to do other things. I think you're willing to let some other things happen if you can take some things away from her, and I think that's the goal.
Now, you started out great, 10-0, scuffled a bit here the last couple games. Was there anything noticeably different you saw in a couple of those losses from what the hot start you guys got off to?
Some of those teams that we lost to are really good teams, it just showed what we need to work on. Our press offense, our press breaker, some of those things, handling pressure a little bit better. So I think there's things that we need to work on, and those kind of games revealed that and helped us to focus a little bit more on working on those things and getting better in those areas.
Now, you only have 8 on the roster, but you wouldn't know it by the numbers that you guys are putting up this year. What do you like the most about your team?
They're really easy to be around. I mean, some coaches have a lot of players, and they're not all easy to be around. Our girls are really easy to be around. They work hard. They like each other. They encourage each other. They're here for each other, and they're just easy girls to be around. So I guess that's what I like best about them.
All right, well, thank you so much, and best of luck tonight.
Thanks.
Our thanks to both coaches for giving me a few minutes before the game there to chat with us as Coach Elena Bedingfield in her second year. I mean, we talked a little bit about the star power of both of them. Graduate of Willard here in 2000. All-Ohio first team and Northwest District Player of the Year as a senior in 2000.
Baller.
And then just continued that at Ashland University, where she was one of 7 players in program history to post at least 1,200 points and 700-plus rebounds.
Big shot right there, knocked down by Trin Baker. Gets the scoring going early for Shelby, and that was the case in the opening frame as well. Love how animated Natalie gets on the sideline on defense, like she's out there defending herself.
Absolutely.
No one sits down in a defensive slide or stance on the sideline quite like she does.
Yeah, you can tell that they both want to get back out there and play. Nice pass.
Yeah.
That's what they need. You talked about it. Get it to Bedingfield.
But down on the block, she's an excellent player in the paint. Certainly she has the skill set on the perimeter, but I think because Ramsey is equal with her in the size range, she normally just towers over the other opponents. They're both about 5'11", 6 feet tall. I think she's been a little bit insecure about her skill set down there. We know that she's fantastic. How about it?
Yeah, and there's a block to go with it, but then turns it right back over.
And Baker, the recipient, her second bucket here in this third quarter.
Man, that's a big bucket right there, too, because looks like Willard has come out with a little more pep in their step here after halftime and had a couple good offensive possessions and looked like they forced to stop there defensively. And then they turn it right back over. And it's back up to 12. Oof.
A little bit too much zip there on that pass to the perimeter, and it sneaks through the hands of Weaver.
Yeah, those ones will hurt.
So Willard now in a double figures in the turnover column.
Bedingfield now up into double figures scoring as well too now with 10 points to go along with her 4 rebounds. Can we put her on double-double watch? Can she get her 7th double-double of the season?
Schwemley, kind of a tough shot that time. She will do her left.
There's rebound number 5, and boy, no call.
Yeah.
And a timeout.
Wow.
Wow, okay. I mean, it's very rare you see that kind of collision going for a loose ball like that. I'm all for it. I think when the ball is loose, like, don't call a foul if they're hustling like that, but I mean, she just took her out.
The referee's right there, so I always side with them from my perch up here in the stands. Want to say what up, Cody Britt? You know you're in Willard when the foul ratio is about 15-1 in favor of the home team. You're probably not wrong. Denise Lewis cheering on Shelby. Nick Woodlock says, let's go Willard. And then Donna Hip, I got to assume related to one of the assistant coaches, cheering on Shelby tonight.
Yeah, Demi Hip, the
Star
freshman
back in her
coach
day.
here for Shelby.
Yep.
And this very impressive basketball program that they have here, closing in on 800 career wins, 2 away from it. Just, it doesn't matter what sport is going on. That's just a unforced turnover there, but it doesn't seem to matter which sport. It's always like Shelby's just going to be in the picture to compete.
A long history of winning and a nice runner. It's the floater through the bottom that time for Sophia.
Her second bucket of the night. Had some foul trouble there in that first half, picking up 2.
Bedingfield quick step, blew by the first wave of the defense. Now this is a pretty move inside and the friendly roll as it sinks through.
Leah Weiss getting into the scoring. All of a sudden the pace has picked up a bit here as Bedingfield pulls down rebound number 6.
Yeah, almost double dribbled with it. Sets up a 3-ball shooter in the first one from long range, and it's back down to single digits off the 3 from Weaver.
A much-needed three-pointer, their first one of the night. Gets this back down to single digits, like you said.
Beautiful basketball, too, stepping into it in rotation. Gorgeous stuff right there for Willard.
Weaver on the year, just 18% from beyond the arc. You would not have known it by that one that she just put in.
Yeah, those are fun coupons anytime those points go in when they're unexpected. Big time shot right there.
Confident shot, too. Like, I was shocked looking at the numbers that she's only 18% from beyond the arc, but keep shooting.
Nice zips it backside, and Sophia Long is fouled.
Weiss is going to pick up number 2 here.
Corin Geddes up off the bench. She'll check back in here at the midway point, quarter number 3. Lady Flashes trying to keep it interesting. Can they do enough down at this end?
Yeah, they just haven't been able to like put it together at both ends consistently. Or consecutively, I should say. It seems like when they seem to get it going offensively, then they have the defensive lapses. But when the defense is locked in, the offense can't score. They just haven't been able to get both facets of the game locked in at the same time.
Ramsey keeps the possession alive. Now Schwemley, stutter step. Cashes it in.
That's her first bucket here in the second half, but she is now up to 17 points on the night, 10 shy from eclipsing the 1,000 career point mark.
Crispy ball movement and the shot to match from long range for Cam.
Oh, the way the three-point game can just completely get you back into it. Last 2 trips down, 6 points. They've cut this thing down to 8. Hanging around. Like we said, it felt like they were down by more in that first half. But like we've talked about too, can they now get those stops at this end?
Baker misses in kind of deja vu from the last possession. Offensive rebound for the Whippets. Not this time. Bedingfield with a block out of Ramsey.
Momentum shifting, Brian. You can sense it. You can feel it. It's a big possession here for the Crimson Flashes.
They start it in the hands of the right lady.
Yeah, she's got to go. She's got the height advantage, the size advantage there. Ooh.
Mid-range pull-up.
And she had a look to the... She didn't have to pull up there. I thought she was going to continue driving in for that layup there. Instead opted for the mid-range floater and couldn't get it, but here they go defensively, forcing a turnover.
Geddes comes up with the theft. Reese pitches it over opposite side for Weaver. Stay down here. Coach Lance, couple subs, getting up off the bench. Lexi Moon checking back in.
Kennard as well, playing with 3 fouls.
Tallman almost a sin right there.
Yeah,
over and back.
Almost over and back, almost lost it there. There's a good feed in the side.
And a strong take. I like what Corin did there. The defense rolled over perfectly, but she just took it strong enough to earn the foul.
Second foul on Nice. Second trip to the line for Geddes tonight. Made both of her free throws earlier. Ooh, little short on that one. These are just crucial if they're going to come back into this one and pull off the win. Got to hit these free throws.
Yeah, tough trip for an 83%er from the line, and especially with momentum starting to flow in their direction.
Yeah, that's a big missed opportunity there.
Schwemley with another offensive rebound.
She's now got 6 rebounds on the night to go along with those 17 points.
She's solid just about everywhere on the floor. I mean, really no weaknesses in Schwemley's game. That's why ODU, of course, is going to bring her in starting next season.
I think they'll be happy to have her.
Yeah, her basketball IQ, coach's kid, both of her parents, unbelievably athletic. I mean, she's got the genetics, the pedigree. Any program would be happy to have an Eve Schwemley, and a little short with this one, though. How about Charlie Neese working inside? Sets it up and take me to the moon, Lexi. Big shot.
That is a back-breaking possession if you're Willard. You miss the 2 free throws, then you come down, play defense for a good minute, force a tough shot, but then the acrobatic rebound by Neese, and then the bucket by Moon, and then a missed shot here, and this has a chance to, once again, balloon here going into the 4th quarter.
On the way, Neese could have broken back right there with that shot. Schwemley doing it, though, on the offensive glass, just crushing in there as her crouton gets crushed on the inside. Second big block the Bedingfields laid on her.
Yeah, I believe that's block number 2. Bedingfield says, here's your invite to the block party. Please bring chips, dip, whatever you'd like.
What's the best chip in your opinion, Andy?
The best chip?
Yeah.
I don't know. Are there what kind of variety of chip? There's not too many.
There's so many chips. What are you talking about? There's a million kinds.
Just give me my, regular tortilla chips, I guess.
That's all you need, huh? Plain Jane.
Oh, we got to get a shot off.
They didn't recognize it, so the quarter will end. It will give you an opportunity to go grab some chips, some Tostitos, some of those cups if you want. Certainly some salsa, some cheese would help. Bring it back, because money time's on the way.
Hey Cam, what's going on? I've been busy. Jeez, I've been doing fillings, root canals, crowns, extractions, dentures. What you been up to?
Yeah, I've done all that, and I've done implants and Invisalign, and I'm waiting to do the girls' Botox and filler. So you just sit here and I'll take care of it all?
Good luck with the women.
Ebert Dental Group is a family-run general dentistry practice. We are able to provide most treatments without having long-distance referrals. We accept most insurances and are accepting new patients now.
We welcome you back for 4th quarter action, better known as Money Time, here on the OH Report. 3 quarters in the books. This is how it's looked so far. A super icy start, matching that weather outside for Willard offensively. Starting to turn things up a little bit and make it a bit of a game in the 4th.
They had more points in the 3rd quarter than they had combined in the first 2, and they find themselves down 10 and had some success. They hit 2 threes in that 3rd quarter. That kind of brought them back into this. Got it down to 8. But just have not been able. Boy, this is bees on a pop can defense right there, but a breakdown a little too aggressively, and it leads to 2.
Tallman left all alone, picks the cherry off the tree. She gets into the scorebook. Now the flashes. It was a bad pass. Taking advantage.
Willard is right there. Like this is a Shelby team that has had an incredible season, blowing people out, and they've more or less held them in check. It was not a good start for them, down 11-0. Shelby came out the aggressor, but they've sort of settled in here, and they find themselves with a fighting chance in the 4th quarter, and that's all you can really ask when you're going up against Shelby.
Yeah, they remind me like Matt Damon and Rounders in that last scene. You're just hanging around, hanging around. They've got some of that alligator blood in their system here, Andy.
I got something, because they're a big bucket away from making this thing real interesting, and that's a good person to go to get it.
Whew. Nice move. I love the head and shoulder fake. Bedingfield getting over the right shoulder into her strong hand. And all of a sudden, she's got a dozen.
It's a 2-possession game, Brian. This has been quite the second half from Willard.
But
That's a
leave
big
it
answer.
to Eve to set it up for Lexi Moon. She's hit her last 2 shots.
Yeah, she's now up to 6 on the night. Only averages 1.5 points per game. So that's the thing when you face the Shelby team. It's you know what Schwemley's going to do, and if you start to lock in on her, it's someone else that seems to step up and really piece together some crucial buckets, and it's been Lexi Moon tonight with her 6 points.
Yeah, Coach Natalie's got about 7 kids come off the bench and at least contribute about a bucket per game. So anytime you get the big leads like they've had, you're able to dip a little bit deeper into the honey jar in terms of getting a lot of kids some playing time. And that's what Coach Natalie's been able to do this season.
And now, we were talking about this before the game, Brian. I had I was able to work the shot clock shootout that happened a couple weeks ago. And that's an interesting call there, but I never used to be a proponent of the shot clock at the high school level, but after working that tournament, there was maybe 5 shot clock violations in 5 games combined, maybe 10 for the weekend. Put it in. It's time.
Yes.
Like, it did not impact the game at all, and I want to see it in situations like this. I mean, Shelby had no urgency to run that set, and why would they? You know, the rules don't seem to benefit them there to do that.
I mean, kind of an oxymoron. The shortest player on the floor is called Tallman, but she was tall there.
Yeah, I know. When I was putting together my boards for this game and saw the name Tallman, and I was like, oh, man, how tall? And then I was like, oh, wow, shortest.
About 5'4", 5'5", okay.
The shortest on the team.
Oh, no kickball. There's a few tonight.
Yes.
That were kind of right in between.
Yeah, they are definitely kind of letting them play, and I like that in a game like this.
Schwemley shifts to the right hand in midair, and now she's called for her second foul.
That's a frustration foul, too, because she picked up the offensive foul there and then aggressively went to the bucket there. She's not a happy camper right now. But, yeah, that's just her getting in there. And then, yeah, a little extracurricular. She's not happy. This is a good timeout right here by Coach Lance to kind of settle everybody down. Tempers are starting to boil a bit. You don't want to pick up a technical in a situation in a close game now like this that could really teeter the momentum towards Willard. So this is a good timeout here. There's a reason Coach Lance has won as many games as she has.
As a player and now a coach, I don't know exactly how many Natalie has under her belt.
Yeah.
But she's been to a Final Four as a player.
Yep.
Been right there as a coach as well, and year after year just collecting 20-win seasons.
Yeah, she earned her 200th career win in Game 1 of the season last year. Obviously, in 2022, they tied the program record for wins in a season with 27, taking the Whippets to the Elite 8 in 2021-22. That was their first time since the 91-92 squad that she played on, so she knows a thing or two about winning, and it's evident in her coaching and in her playing, too, where, yeah, state runner-up Shelby team, and then she played at OU, so it's she knows what she's doing out there. That's a good timeout.
She knows what she's doing in a lot of places. She's in the kitchen at her restaurant in Shelby early in the mornings making her own custom sauces and other dishes, which is really cool. She runs her own business, Pivot Creative, too, so I don't know how she has the energy that she's able to contribute to the Shelby society every day, but they are very lucky to have her. This is exactly where you need to get Reese the ball, and that's exactly how you need to defend her. A triple team, but, ooh, bailed out, I think, a little bit right there by the referees.
Yeah, that was teetering on a turnover. I mean, there's definitely a couple fouls there that could have been called.
Well, actually, watching the replay, I thought that was 100% the right way to call it. I thought the hands were close to the ball, and then Serena kind of clocked her there on the arm. But 4.5 minutes, so much time here if you're Willard, but you must score on this possession. It just feels like...
Yeah, I agree with the way that you have gotten a couple stops here, and this is a chance to really keep that pressure up. Could have been a reach-in foul there, but knocked away by Ramsey.
Yeah, she's just so lanky. Go gadget arm. Knocks it out of bounds there over the back of Weiss. Yeah, I think really crucial possession here offensively. If you can put some pressure on, and Shelby looks up at the scoreboard and they're like, dang, they're only down 4-3. Just kind of changes the outlook here, and I think Coach Bedingfield kind of recognized that too, so she's going to burn her second timeout as well.
Well, it was almost a 5-second call, so a good timeout there too from, as we talked about, this is arguably one of like the most prolific coaching matchups I think you could have in our area. I mean, these are two well-established coaches, incredible collegiate careers, high school careers. This is it's a marquee matchup.
Yeah, Elena don't quite have the pedigree with the whiteboard just yet. Just year number 2 for her, but everything else as a player.
Yeah,
they bring the juice for sure. Andy, let's see how smart we are. Let's check out our keys to victory that we put together pregame, of course, so without the knowledge of knowing what was going to happen tonight. And for me tonight, for the Lady Whippets, really felt like with the size of Reese inside, you just have to contest in the paint. They've done a pretty premium job of that, but seeing them with my own eyes now, it's really their value is on the perimeter with their defense.
Yeah, for me it was push the pace, and that's exactly what they did to start the game, a quick 11-0 run, and they were able to force turnovers, 9 in that first half. But it's slowed down. Willard's been able to play at their pace here in the second half, and then stop Schwemley was my key for Willard. They haven't quite been able to do that, but she does have 17 points, but 11 of those came in the first quarter? 10 of them in the first quarter?
Not exactly shooting the three very well either, but they did hit those back-to-back triples, and that's really kind of changed everything moving forward in this game.
This is who they got to get the ball to, though. That's exactly what you got to do.
Gets to her strong hand, down on the block. Bedingfield fills it up, 2 more. Carrying the offense tonight. She's got 14 of the 31. Backdoor cut sets up Serena. Step through. Oh, overshot. But, man, Shelby, they are making a living with the Windex on the offensive glass. Schwemley goes to work. Head and shoulder fake, same from Ramsey. But to your point, no shot clock.
No, there's no need. There's no urgency here.
Schwemley with the step through, and she's turned away.
Oh, and probably a good thing that she stepped out of bounds there anyway, because she was about to turn it over.
I thought they might have called a foul there, but you're right. Just a foot over the line. And kind of an unlucky break there for Willard, who defended very admirably. Got the stop.
So there's 3:06 on the clock right now. We'll see when Shelby opts to go in and attempt a shot here.
Schwemley has not scored yet in the fourth quarter, and I believe just has 2 points in the second half.
Yeah, that is correct. She scored a bucket in the third quarter, and that's been it.
Here's Nice. Nice fake to the outside, missed with the left. And the Flashes can cut it to a single possession here.
Yeah, just a little out of control there for Nice. She had the angle, the look inside, but just a little out of control.
Bedingfield from the elbow, squares up, goes to work. Same look, different result this time. She was asking for a foul, thought she might have got clubbed on the arm.
It's amazing how well she plays through the contact, though. That's how she's been able to put up the numbers she's been able to this year.
Clock rolling down towards 2 minutes.
Shelby's got 3 timeouts left, Willard with 2. And this possession started at about 2:10, so coming up on about 25 seconds here of... Oh, that's beautiful.
The diagonal, but it's blown at the rim. Wow, Alyssa Booker.
That's 2 possessions now. Oh, boy.
Superman came to life. Count it. Come on. What?
They call that on the floor?
They did. Andy, you tell me how.
Yikes. I had already marked it in on my book, and then I heard you say what as I was putting it in. Well, We'll just scribble that out in the book, but how is that on the floor?
We'll show this one more time.
I mean, the arm went up as she was going up. You could see the official whistle. Can we run it back one more time?
Of course we can. Coach Lance wants to take a TO. Just 2 points here in the quarter for Shelby, so give Willard a ton of credit.
Watch where the arm goes up. The arm from the – well, that official underneath is not the one I'm talking about. He waves off the shot, but if you look at the official – sorry, I hate to be like –
one more time, baby.
Watch the official by Coach Lance. Look when his arm goes up. His arm goes up as the ball is already up in the air.
Yeah.
I cannot believe they called that on the floor.
Let's see what the people of the internet think. Brandon Hartz, what's up? He says, to be honest, it's been a little bit rough both ways. Talking about the calls here in the game. Got a little conversation going on out there about the referees, it appears.
Look, it's not an easy job. I'm not here to criticize, but that's just a call that I'm shocked they made, that was on the floor.
Nice viewing crowd on hand here tonight across our 2 Facebooks and our YouTube. I think we got about 250 of y'all watching together. Appreciate you chilling with us here on a chilling
is
Tuesday
an
night.
accurate description for today. And I think I saw next week at one point. I think it's maybe Monday or Tuesday. The high is like 10.
Oh, brother.
We'll be happy to get into double digits next week.
Up in your area, they're calling for negatives, I think, in a couple of days.
Yeah. Oh, almost a turnover. That's a good foul, though. They're going to have to start playing the foul game here, too, because...
just their second, right?
Yeah.
Third on Weiss.
The problem is, though, well, you've got fouls to give, but you only have 8 players on the roster, so, like, you can't really afford to have too many of your players pick up fouls, so you wonder if this is where you bring someone in to just hack, you know what I mean?
You, like from the student section, if you can.
It's not
just paint a little 6 or something on her backside and just go grab 23.
I mean, people are upset with that call, but it's a good foul because it is. Is that the team? That's only the 4th, so they got 1 more to give.
Right.
They'll do right away here, and I think they're trying to figure out who they want to foul out on the floor.
Well, certainly not her.
No, Schwemley would not be the choice you'd want there. 83% free throw shooter, but you know she's going to hold on to the ball as long as possible.
Yeah, Baker's a solid shooter too. But they're just going to have to live with Eve at the free throw line.
We were talking about this too before we came on to do the game, but I still don't like the foul adjustment that they made to high school basketball here. I miss the 1-and-1. There's no pressure. You know, like this was always a way to keep it interesting, and now the automatic 2. I don't like it. I'm going to be old man yells at cloud, but I don't like it.
Well, we're both becoming old man Andy, so we can be our Monday morning quarterbacks and both disagree with how they've changed the rule, and I think you're 100% right.
Those are the first free throws of the night for Shelby.
Wow. Yeah, Willard's done a nice job on defense of not fouling, though they're going to have to here and just sell out.
Yeah, and now it's just they needed that bucket right there. They had to score quick, and now it comes down to you got to hope Shelby misses free throws. Otherwise, this one's probably over. There's just not enough time left.
Yeah, they got a decent shot, too.
Mm-hmm.
Very little time coming off the clock, but to your point, had to cash that one in to put a little bit of pressure here on the Whippets. It gets super quiet in the gym here. It's kind of like kids on Christmas night trying to catch Santa Claus. Just shh.
Listen for the hooves on the roof.
That's right. I think I heard him, Andy.
I did too. Nice, just a 47% free throw shooter. but does get one. And that's a big one because it makes it 3 possessions.
Yeah. Yeah, huge make right now. And for Willard, you'll take any basket you can get, but certainly I think you would try to eye getting the 3 ball.
Yeah. Got to get something quick, though. This is taking too much time.
Off the block, the turn over heavy traffic, and just a tough way for this game to kind of unfold here for the Lady Flashes.
And I think Coach Bedingfield was a little upset with her daughter Reese for not pulling up and shooting a 3 there. She had a look at it. I know she's not a great 3-point shooter on the year at just 22%, but you could see she passed up the shot and just sort of a frustration clap of, you had that one there, let it go. We need a 3. And Nice will go back to the line to shoot 2, and it looks like Shelby is going to get away with the win here, or get out of here with a win. After looked like this, we were headed for blowout city. I mean, it was 11-0 quickly to start, and then Willard won the 3rd quarter and started out winning this quarter 8-2, and Shelby's been able to respond, and looks like they've put them away.
Yeah, as we showed you at the beginning of Money Time here, this is what it looked like through the first 3 quarters. Willard chipping away in that 3rd quarter. They played some solid defense as well here in the 4th. Just came unraveled over about the last 30 or 40 seconds of actual game play. The inability to get baskets when you needed them most, but that's how this usually rolls, Andy. When you have to fight that hard, when you're on the struggle bus, and then you start getting a little bit of confidence and you get back into the game, getting over the hump and overtaking and taking the lead and or tying, those are the toughest last few points to get.
Well, the problem, too, when you dig yourself such a hole that they did, 11-0 to start the game and down at the half like they were, you have to play a perfect game to give yourself a chance. And they had, but then you can't afford to miss any shots, and they did, and a couple costly turnovers hurt them. And Shelby, too, one of the big reasons they're going to get out of here with this win was their ability to pull down some offensive rebounds and keep possessions alive. Work some more of that clock has been big for them. Charlie Nice now 3 of 4 from the line.
Yeah, and that gives Shelby about a 90% chance to win this baby now.
Gotta have it if you're Willard. There it is.
And with 26 seconds left, yeah, I bumped our clock, Cam, so it's gone dark. So there's exactly 26 seconds. And now just a 2-possession game. Willard with one last timeout.
Cameron now with 7 points. Puts her right about at her average of 7.9 for the season. She had a season-high 19 points in a win over Edison. 5 times has eclipsed the double-digit scorer this season. This is a great game, though, for both of these teams. You like games like this in the middle of sort of the schedule, you know?
Sure.
You're out of conference. Good measuring stick for both of these teams, and I think both of them are going to feel good about where they're at after this one. Willard has scuffled a bit here the last couple games, losing 3 out of 4, and it looks like it's going to be 4 out of 5, but there's a lot to like for them. They showed a lot of fight here. They could have rolled over down 11-0 to start, but they got back up and made this interesting in the 4th quarter, and Shelby keeps doing Shelby things. I mean, this is going to be a 10-game win streak for them, and they had different players step up at key moments when Schwemley was not getting it going. This is an interesting decision here, though.
Yeah, going deep. Baker couldn't hang on. And now squirting away from the pack. Tallman sets it up. Same spot. A little short this offering. Now Schwemley surrounded, and it's a jump ball. Belongs to Shelby.
Interesting decision, though, to throw the Hail Mary pass like that. I mean, you've got the lead.
And you had Schwemley breaking towards the ball wide open, too.
And it led to Weirs getting a good look at a 3. She's made 2 tonight.
Just fun to throw that Hail Mary sometimes.
It was a good throw. Don't get me wrong, good throw.
Yeah.
But it was just I was surprised to see that.
Any surprise with the NFL playoffs, what we just saw through Wild Card Weekend, Andy?
I don't think so. I mean, maybe Washington winning at Tampa, but like that game could have gone either way. And I was not surprised what the Rams did yesterday to Minnesota. I mean, that's on brand for Minnesota sports to get to the postseason and do absolutely nothing.
Sorry to my man, Garrett Parlett.
Yeah.
Heartbroken.
I know some people have called me crazy, but I do feel like the Commanders are going to give the Lions a game. Oh, boy. That can't happen.
Yeah, Jaden Daniels a special man. So was the Shelby team. Off and running to a 13-1 start as they knock off Willard here on the road to keep the good times rolling. 20 points for Eve Schwemley. She was monstrous in that first half. And then it was the rest of the gang helping close things out with a 9-point win. We'll step aside, quick commercial timeout. When we come back, we'll have your Carothers Pest Control post-game reports. Also, an MVP interview presented by Sutton Bank. So drop us some comments. Let us know who you think is worthy of being the game's most valuable player, and we will welcome them up to the broadcast booth and have a conversation. Live and Free Hoops will be back here on your Tuesday night.
Coach B.
Hey, Travis, what's up?
Oh, not much. What's that sound?
Just working on some long overdue improvements here.
Whoa.
Fit for a Hall of Famer. Hi, I'm Joe Baylog. Tune into the Joe Show every Wednesday night here on the OH Report.
Hi, I'm Dr. Chris Ebert. This is my son, Dr. Cam Ebert. We are Ebert Dental Group in Willard, Ohio.
Here at Ebert Dental Group, we offer a wide variety of services. Restorative dentistry, dental implants, root canal therapy, Invisalign, teeth whitening, cosmetic dentistry, dentures and partial dentures, Botox, and much, much more.
We're currently accepting new patients, and we would love to see you here at Ebert Dental Group.
Hey, does your checking account pay you with real cash rewards with no monthly maintenance fees ever? Bummer. Ask for Kasasa Rewards Checking. It's our superpower.
Think it's time to wake 'em up. They been sleeping on me, think it's time to wake 'em up. You've been playing it safe, now it's time to shake it up. Playing it safe, now it's time to shake it up. So it's time to make a change. Yeah, it's time to break the chains. Yeah, it's time to bring the pain. Let them know, tell them we are not the same. I'm the one that got the flames. With my team, you know we come to slay. Let them know that we didn't come to play. Nah, we came to win. I'm ready for anything that they can bring. Bring it on, let me do Now we're here blowing up. If you never risk it, then you never know. If it's holding you back, you gotta let it go. You gotta give it all you got, you gotta let them know. You are on another level, you are ruthless. Switch it up, it's the new flex. Ruthless, ruthless. If you never risk it, then you never know. If it's holding you back, you gotta let it go. Yeah, the first step is showing up, now we're here. Yeah, the first step is showing up, hear them cheer. Yeah, the first step is showing up, now we're here. We're blowing up.
We are back now with our most valuable player, presented by Sutton Bank. Eve Schwemley, another dominant performance for you. You're having a great senior season so far, but most importantly, you're winning.
Yes.
And you come on the road here, rivalry game. Just how nice does it feel to come out here, snowy night, and get this one done?
I mean, yeah, feels really good. It definitely was a very aggressive game. It was weird not having a JV game too, so we had to come in and be ready to play, but yeah, it feels really good.
For you, you got the party started really early and often in this game. A lot of your scoring coming in basically the first quarter there. So being that player for this team and just being kind of like the igniter fluid, is that a role that you've been playing pretty commonly so far this year?
I mean, yeah, I think I'm the leading scorer for the team, so I try to keep everyone rolling, but also try to get other people looks to get open and get some shots up.
Really impressed with what you guys do defensively in terms of just, you don't give any space out on the perimeter. You're constantly suffocating the opponents anytime they step across half court. How much do you think that's led to this nice run that you guys have been on where teams, it didn't feel like Willard was prepared for that early in the game?
Yeah, I think our defense has definitely won us multiple games. We try to pressure as much as possible, get some touches on the ball to make them uncomfortable. And definitely that just helps us, especially on offense. If we're not making certain shots, defense helps.
For this program overall, you're just one win shy of 800. Pretty cool mark.
Yeah.
Knowing that that's right here on the doorstep for you guys, what does that mean to you to be a part of this program? And you've been a part of this for 4 years. It's one of the most successful girls programs in the state. And just having that Shelby across your chest, what does that mean to Eve Schwemley?
I mean, it's awesome to see. I've lived in Shelby my whole life. I've watched when I grew up. My dad coached. It's just awesome to see everybody playing and just getting that. It's really cool to be a part of.
And you two are getting closer to a milestone, but I know that that's not something that you talk about or that you think about much, but just your contributions for the team, knowing that it's your senior year and you've been a big, valuable part of this program for your entire 4 years. In what ways do you feel like you've really grown as a leader for this program and you've kind of taken control and command of the ship here in your last year?
Definitely just trying to get everyone rolling, get everyone working hard every single day, and just getting better.
As far as any superstitions or anything for you, are you that type of player? Is there anything that you got to do every single game day?
Not really. I do the same thing in warm up every time. That's the only thing. I do the same amount of shots during warm up.
Pre-game song mix. Anything that's really vibing for you at this moment?
Not really. I really just listen to whatever Sophia plays in the locker room.
She's kind of the DJ for the squad?
Yeah, usually I have her play Say My Name by Destiny Child, but...
Classic. That takes me back to my day, actually. So a bold choice right there. I appreciate it. Well, Eve, always appreciate the time. You're always great to talk to. Before we cut you loose, as always, look in the camera. Shout out anybody you want.
Just everybody that came in my team.
All right, Eve Schwemley, your Sutton Bank MVP.
Thank you.
Coach B.
Hey, Travis, what's up?
Oh, not much. What's that sound?
Just working on some long overdue improvements here.
Whoa.
Fit for a Hall of Famer. Hi, I'm Joe Baylog. Tune into the Joe Show every Wednesday night here on the OH Report.
Hi, I'm Dr. Chris Ebert. This is my son, Dr. Cam Ebert. We are Ebert Dental Group in Willard, Ohio.
Here at Ebert Dental Group, we offer a wide variety of services. Restorative dentistry, dental implants, root canal therapy, Invisalign, teeth whitening, cosmetic dentistry, dentures and partial dentures, Botox, and much, much more.
We're currently accepting new patients, and we would love to see you here at Ebert Dental Group.
Hey, does your checking account pay you with real cash rewards with no monthly maintenance fees ever? Bummer. Ask for Kasasa Rewards Checking. It's our superpower.
We welcome you back inside of the Haas here on a snowy night in Willard, and a little bit cold as well for the Flashes shooting in the gym before picking things up late, but it's a little bit too late for them as they fall to their rival 43-34. Brian Skowronski here on the call alongside Andy Jardy, and it was a good game, man. It felt like it was an avalanche in that first half for Shelby, but just never really collapsed Willard completely. They stayed in it. Solid third quarter for them. They got within a single possession and then just couldn't get buckets down the stretch as they come up just a little bit short. But as you commented, towards the end of the fourth quarter, both teams, I think, will take pieces from this game that they're pretty excited about.
Yeah, I think if you're Willard, you really liked how you played in that second half. Won both quarters against Shelby in the second half, but just the slow start was too much for them to overcome. Shelby came out and said, hey, like, this is what it's going to take to beat us. And they came out through that first punch, went up 11-0. Say my name. Eve Schwemley had herself a ball game, 20 points tonight, 8 rebounds, 3 assists is what I had her for. She might have had a few more. These are all my unofficial numbers. But the 20 points are confirmed. But she had herself a ball game. I like how she talked about, too, how she tries to get other players going. And I feel like there were a couple possessions where we were both like, she's just got to finish that. But she's trying to get other people going, and that's what you want from a leader.
Yeah, she's such a solid veteran for them. She's been around for obviously the full 4 years, contributing at the varsity level, helping them get it done here on the road tonight. And the three-pointers for Shelby, this is a team that they don't live and die by the three at all. They make their hay basically in the paint. Eve Schwemley is a great driver of the basketball. They have some quality shooters, but 17 two-pointers was enough to get it done here tonight, Andy. They were very aggressive, and a lot of those were down on the block or basically layups. Not a lot of jumpers to be had tonight for Shelby.
No, definitely not the case tonight. Willard's ability to hit threes got them back into this. I mean, they did only make 3. They didn't attempt that many tonight, but they hit some big ones in the second half, particularly in that third quarter that started to shift the momentum their way. But like we talked about, when you get down so much so early, you have to play a nearly perfect game the rest of the way, and they just weren't able to do that. Credit to Shelby for hitting their free throws late in the game to put this one away and come out of here with the W. And
credit to the Shelby fans. I was kind of doing a little head count there at halftime. They had more Shelby fans here than Willard fans.
At times, like I said, I've only been here for tournament games, and it definitely felt like a tournament atmosphere in terms of like this was a neutral crowd. neutral site game. So yeah, the Shelby faithful, they came out in full support.
So next up on the horizon here for the Lady Whippets, they're going to head to Highland coming up here in a few days, and Lady Scots have been struggling a little bit, so you would assume that Shelby would continue their nice run, go to 10-0 in the league, and all they've done since joining the MOAC is just keep hanging banners on the wall. And I talked to Coach Natalie before the season started, and just like, are you guys going to keep this going?
Yeah.
And it was just, we probably will.
Yeah, I think that's what everyone else in the league feels as well too, that this will be their 7th straight MOAC title.
Yeah, Clear Fork, the one team that could really give them a shot, they've got a big game coming up on Friday. If they can knock off Pleasant, that round 2 over at the Colt Corral will determine it here in a few weeks. And for the Lady Flashes, a get-right game finally for them on the schedule. It has been tough sledding in terms of the competition here in 2025, but you never want to overlook anybody. But they got Huron coming here to their place. That's one that if you're Coach Bedingfield, you're probably a little bit relieved, like, okay, let's get back to playing some really good basketball now that we've played just this onslaught of some of the best teams, not just in our conference, but around the state.
Yeah, absolutely. They've dropped now 4 of their last 5 after that 10-0 start, but they're a good team. I mean, they have got the pieces to make some noise come tourney time and really give some teams some fits. I mean, this is an incredible Shelby team, and they got it down to, I think, 4 points in that 4th quarter, so they were right there with a chance to pull out a victory here. So do not sleep on Willard. This is a very talented squad.
So final thoughts, both teams, Andy.
Both teams, I think you got to like it. Obviously for Shelby, what's not to like? I mean, you're now 13-1, 10 games in a row in the win column. This is a team that nobody is going to want to come across come tournament time. And if you're Willard, this is also a very tough out for anyone that they draw. And there's a lot to like if you're a fan of either one of these two schools.
And I think both of them we're going to see enjoying at least a couple rounds deep into the tournament when we have the draw go down actually in less than a month. It's kind of crazy. It feels like it's the longest season because the postseason, which is now even 1 week longer than normal because of the extended now the 7 divisions that we have. But it also goes fast, too.
It does. And it always feels long, too, because you get days like today where it's cold and snowy and miserable outside. But it'll go quick. It always does.
Well, we appreciate you braving the weather from the shores of Cleveland coming down here, helping out with the broadcast, along with Jeremy Peoples, Adam Thompson as well, creating all the cool graphics you see, and Jory Hollenbeck makes all of the commercials. And we'll give a shout out to Travis, Jonathan, Joshua, the rest of the gang back at Always Report World Headquarters for coming together and bringing you all the live streams that we're supposed to have tonight if all the games went down. One last shout out to our generous sponsors, Ebert Dental Group, Carothers Pest Control, Mechanics Bank, Home and Kitchen Supply, and Sutton Bank. For the gang, I'm Brian Skowronski saying so long for tonight. We'll see you tomorrow, an all-new episode of the Coach's Corner featuring Crestline Boys and Girls Basketball. And I will be the producer and on with Joe Baylog for a special episode of the Joe Show. Believe me, you are not going to want to miss the first 2 minutes of the show. It's going to have you cracking up. We'll see you then. So long for tonight. Stay safe. Stay warm, everybody.